Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Brownstone. It's your girl, Paulette, and I am the host of Brownstone's Best. It's our special series for the month of August for Black Business Month. And we have been interviewing some amazing Black business owners that you need to know about. So, thank you so much for taking some time out of your busy day to take a look, take a listen, and to follow us on kccrthebrownstone.com and also KCCR, the app, as well as listening in to all of the great shows, music, and tips, topics, and talk that we provide to you as a service of Brownstone Worldwide. Today, we are going to be talking to the Nicole Johnson, and we're going to be learning a little bit more about her with her bio, and then we're going to bring her on, and we're going to be doing some really cool conversation pieces with her. She's an amazing energy, a beautiful soul, and I definitely want you guys to meet her. We're going to be talking about meeting Nicole Johnson. Living in fear negatively affected her physical and mental health. Low energy prevented her from simply being in the moment for the people who mattered most to her. Lackluster performance in the workplace put her career in jeopardy as she watched colleagues get assigned projects, resulting in more opportunities and promotions that should have been hers. Each day took longer to recuperate from and even longer to prepare for. She was drowning in denial, depression, and debt. Does that feel familiar to you? The world kicked her while she was down, but it failed to defeat her. Fighting back became a top priority. She decided either destroy the debt or the debt would destroy her. It was that simple. And she decided that in spite of being a divorced single mom and two-time bankruptcy filer, she was about to take on the system and win. In 2009, she purchased her first home with less than $2,000 in out-of-pocket expenses, only $602 at the closing table, and a 2.25% interest rate. Activating financial freedom is an energy, folks. Focused savings requires restraint and consistent behavior on such a high level. Realizing huge results in only 1 year encouraged her to continue the process and then reach out to help others. Since 2010, 200 plus women have destroyed their debt and shifted their mindset to create a new relationship with their money. Supporting you on your journey is her honor. Reforming bad spending habits led to huge long-term successes for her and now for her Power of Your Purse community. Nicole asks these questions of the women that she meets. Are you more afraid of where you are now or where you will be a year from now? Nicole is here to help you activate your financial freedom or achieve your dream of home ownership. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I bid you the Nicole Johnson. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Brownstone's Best here on KCCR Radio, the Brownstone Center. I'm so honored to have you in the building. How are you?
I am wonderful. How are you, dear?
I'm doing great, and it's so good to have you here with us. Again, I cannot express to you how important it is for us to hear from Black business owners like you and others on your journey through entrepreneurship. So here's what I want to do. This is very organic, as I like for it to be, because this is the way that we hear the truth. Just like I've told our other interviewees, what I want to hear from you today is the truth about your business, what it took, why you did it, what sacrifices have you made, what can an entrepreneur who is considering getting into entrepreneurialism, what steps can they take? What is the good, the bad, and the ugly of taking on this idea that I can make money doing what I love while serving people? So I'm going to open up the floor and let Miss Nicole Johnson have at it.
Well, thank you so much, Paulette. I really appreciate this opportunity to talk with you, be here with you, and then share with your audience. I heard someone say something a long time ago. You know, you hear things and they stick. And this lady, she was in a Zoom setting, and she said,
Mm-hmm.
entrepreneurship is lonely. And
Mm.
the pain that I heard in her voice, even though I could not see her face, still sticks with me today. So as an entrepreneur, I tell people about the failures in the business. I don't
Mhm.
mind, I don't hide them because I
Okay.
want someone to learn from the mistakes that I made
Right.
so that they don't have to repeat them,
That's
right?
right. Yeah.
So I tell them all the time, keep your circle tight, keep a very tight circle of other entrepreneurs, not
Mm.
your friends, not your family,
Okay.
not people you know, but
Mhm.
people who are in a position where you are trying to go because they
Yeah.
understand your journey better. I used to tell my daughter, you guys are so smart. So
Mhm.
she was a freshman in a sophomore high school. None of her friends had children. I said,
Mhm.
so tell me what labor pains feel like. They looked at each other. Miss Johnson, we don't know. Then why would I come and ask you about it?
Ah, good point.
That's the
Good
aha
point.
right there.
That
So don't
is.
ask the person who is continuously going to the 9 to 5 and has no desire to fire their boss
Mhm.
about how to fire their boss. Go
Mm.
ask the entrepreneur who has fired their boss.
Yep.
How did they do it? And
Mhm.
so that was a lesson that once I learned that, I got a real good tight circle around me.
Okay.
Now, entrepreneur ain't for the faint at heart. Whoo, let me tell you,
It's not. You
it
better
is
tell them.
not for the faint at heart.
Right.
You
Right.
have to be disciplined
Yeah.
in what you're doing.
Yeah.
Um, there are going to be days when your phone or your messenger or whatever is boom, 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 boom. And then it's going to be some
Mhm.
days and days and days where it's silent. Ain't
Yeah.
making no, it's not even making crickets. It's so quiet.
Right. Right. Right.
Been there,
Yeah.
because I know I
Oh
have.
God. Ooh. Sometimes I wonder. Yeah.
Yes. Is this what I'm really supposed to do? Until
Yeah.
you get that person that reaches out and says, I've really been watching you be
Mhm.
consistent and I
Mhm.
really need your help. And I thank you for the messages that you have continued to put out there because
Mhm.
they sticking to me and I'm pulling towards you.
Got it.
You have to position yourself that no matter who is responding, you keep giving that message and sharing
Absolutely.
your expertise because
Mhm.
it will come, but you've got to keep being out there. And
Yeah.
it can be hard. It really can
Oh.
be hard. So I tapped into my entrepreneurial journey as a need.
Mm.
A lot of people do it because they turn their passion to profits. That wasn't my journey.
Okay.
That was not
Okay.
my journey. So in 2003, we were involved in a house fire.
Okay.
Son, my son was the missing child inside of a house, and I had to go find my son. And
Mm.
so I went to the bedroom where the children were, and I could not see the room was as black as this shirt, but I
Mhm.
heard and I found him. That's all
Wow.
I heard. I was like, Lord, thank you. And so
Yeah.
trying to get out the room, trying to, I bumped the door and locked us in the bedroom.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I was fiddling with the doorknob, finally got out, walked out, and honey, backdraft is real because it put me down on the floor.
Oh
And my
my.
son came back into the home and pulled us out. Okay.
Mm.
So as we go through therapy and all these things, I got to go back to work.
Yes.
I gotta go
Yeah.
back to work. So at the time, I worked for a privately held and collections company. So I
Mhm.
get to work the first day, and it takes forever to get there because I'm passing folks. Oh, we so glad you're back. We're glad you're okay. We're glad. Da da da. I get to my desk. There's a note from the owners. That kind of made me feel good. They got all these employees, and they thought of me. So I
Okay.
go to their office, and the secretary's like, we're so glad you're okay, but you don't have to come back and see them in 2 weeks. They're on vacation in Hawaii. Oh,
What?
so
I
now,
don't.
now face, I turn around and now I'm walking across this warehouse floor. I'm
Uh-huh.
listening to every phone call. Hi, this is so and so calling from. Hi, this is so and so. It's all this chitter chatter, chitter chatter. That's money. That's
Mhm. Mhm.
people. We are making money, and they in Hawaii. And
They
now
ain't quiet.
I'm mad. Now I'm mad. But I'm not mad at them. I'm mad at me.
Mm.
Because I didn't put myself in a position to be where I needed to be when my family needed and have other people making money for me.
Look at that.
2 weeks later,
Mm.
I gave my 2 week resignation and went back to school to finish my degree.
Come on.
I sure did. And that was the tap in to I knew I needed my own money that was
Yeah.
connected to a job,
Mm-hmm.
which
Mm-hmm.
in my mind is designed to keep you just over broke.
Yes.
Okay. And
Yeah.
sometimes with a jab, it keep you
Mm-hmm.
just at broke.
Come on now.
Enough to just keep you coming back and not having any dreams and desires and aspirations of your own. But somehow
Mm.
I knew, I didn't know what, but I knew I needed something that was not tied to somebody else.
Oh
It needed
wow.
to be
That's
tied
good.
to me for me to be for my family.
Oh wow.
That was the start of it came out of a need. So over
Mm-hmm.
the years, I dibbled and dabbled in, telecommunications theories, and I was the best candle girl ever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you couldn't
Mm-hmm.
tell me
Mm-hmm.
nothing about a candle,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it didn't quite get me to the level that I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So in 2008, I decided I wanted to buy a home. So
Mm-hmm.
here we go again, a need,
A
which
need.
turned into a strong want, which
Mm-hmm.
eventually became my why.
Okay.
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 Paulette, I'll say this to your listeners. If you're considering going into entrepreneurship, if you're considering a goal, trying to reach a goal that you've never targeted before, it's only been a dream out like way in a distant future, why do you want to do it? And the reason that the why is important
Mm-hmm.
is because when that phone is not ringing, when people say, no, you can't do that, or when stumbling blocks get in the way, or when you
Right.
wake up in the morning and you're tired and you don't feel like getting up, that
Right.
why has to be so strong that
Mm-hmm.
nothing will get in the way
Come
of you
on.
accomplishing it, right?
Yeah. I
That
love that.
has to be that why. So here was my why. At the
Okay.
time, Brianna was in middle school, Brandon was in elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
Hence, B&B, the foundation of my original business name.
I love it.
Right? So we're on the third floor of an
Okay.
apartment building with no
Mhm.
elevator. Your girl Fluffy.
You a mess. Okay. Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
not carrying all this fluffiness, this trophy up
Uh-huh.
and down these stairs for a
Yeah.
long, long time. Because my
Okay.
knees are starting to say, you fluffy and we not gonna cooperate. All right.
Okay.
And losing weight was on the agenda, but it was in the far out future. Okay. So I
Yeah.
went to a seminar. I want
Mm-hmm.
to learn how to buy a house. I am eager. Paulette, I'm
Mm-hmm.
sitting in front. I got my pen, I got my paper. And they were like, you need good credit.
Mm.
You need a good budget.
Okay.
You need a good savings account.
Okay.
Excuse me, it's time for me to go.
Did you
I
raise
don't
for
care.
real?
No, it's time for me to leave.
Okay.
Oh, I said, well, now if they're gonna tell me what I need, I'm sure before the seminar is over, they're gonna tell me how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
They did not.
Oh.
They didn't. So now, mind you, good credit, no, we
Mm-hmm.
filed bankruptcy twice.
Okay.
Okay, so by the world standard, I was a two-time loser. And maybe three because I was divorced, and maybe four because I was a single mom. Okay. But when I went home, you know what we do as moms. Why are you in the bedroom and the kitchen light on and the living room light
Exactly.
on?
Yeah.
Why are you in the kitchen and the bedroom?
Absolutely.
Turn it, turn it, turn it. I one day I said, do you know how much it costs to live in here? Bless Brianna a little hard. She looked at me about $200. Uh, what did you just say? What, no more than $200, right? I whipped that little checkbook receipt out. It costs $700 for the rent. It's $200 just for the power bill. It's this and this and this and this. Well, if I can pay all of this in somebody else's
Mhm.
apartment, I can
I
afford
can-
to buy a home.
There you go. I
So
love
I
it.
thought I was giving her an aha moment. I gave myself one, right?
So it sounds like to me that you are having all of these aha moments and they become your lessons. Is that what I'm hearing? And
Yes,
so
ma'am.
in those lessons, you're like, now, wait a minute now. What do I need to do to get to the next phase and the next level? Were those just like, do you think you were angry at the time when you were having these aha moments? Or was it just like, you know what, girl, you know you can do better. There's no one to blame.
I was angry.
Mm,
I done went to these folks' seminar
okay.
and I done wasted this time sitting there. And
Yeah.
I'm no more smarter than or well equipped than when I went in because they told me what, but not the how. See, I can tell you, Paulette, you can make chicken noodle soup. You
Yep.
need chicken, this,
Mm,
that, and the other. But I don't tell you how much chicken. I don't tell you what the seasonings are. I don't tell you how
right.
to make it. I can tell you all the what's and not the how. And that was defeat for me. But when I called myself schooling my daughter, I was schooling myself.
Mm,
So that was the moment where all of it came together. I said, okay, Nicole, so now you got to sit down and do it yourself. So I made a date. I packed a lunch
mm-hmm.
at the table with my 32 plus page credit report, my budget, my bank statements, and put it all together. And we fought it out.
And when
And
you say we, was that the creditors or was it you just pulled
that
everything?
was me and on in the papers. I talked to them. I yelled at them. I cussed at them. I did all kinds of stuff because you know,
Okay.
Paulette, when you look at your bank statement, it don't tell no
Hmm.
lies to you. It
No, it
tells
doesn't.
you that you overspent. You had an NSF fee here. You spent too much here. You paid this, but you forgot to pay this because now instead of normally paying $50, you had to pay 77 because there was a late fee on there and some tax. See, it was out. We was having a whole discussion with meeting
I
between me and
see.
papers. Okay,
Okay. Got
but
it. Got it. Got it.
it was my own lesson. But
Yeah.
now I'm like, okay, so here comes my why. My daughter's in eighth grade, and
Hmm.
you know, you want kids to start high school when high school starts and not after.
Hmm.
So that became my goal.
Okay.
February 2008, I needed to have a house by summer of 2009.
Okay.
So
Okay.
most people think I can, oh baby, when the goal gets so personal and
Yes.
why is so personal,
Yeah.
oh, I was knocking stuff out the way. Boom, boom,
Right.
boom.
Right.
You
Right.
stop me? No, no. I was fighting for
Yeah.
my goal. And on 9/9 of '09, I
Mm.
bought my first house.
Congratulations.
And when I
Congratulations.
thank you, when I tell them folk that interest rate,
5.
2.25%.
I saw that.
0.25% because people
Wow.
don't get that.
Wow. I
But my
love it.
children were my motivation.
Hmm.
I wanted better life for them. I
Hmm.
wanted to stop ruining my knees. I wanted to be able to pull into my garage
Yeah.
and close the door and be blocked off from the world. I wanted to walk outside and see neighbors across ways and not up ways. I wanted to be able to
Hmm.
pull into my own parking space that nobody could get in, and I have to park down the street because
And
Mr.
walk.
Down
Yeah.
he owned the parking lot because he got 52 cars out there while he living in an apartment building. That's
Yeah.
another that's another discussion though, but it's the truth.
Right.
And so
Right. Right.
it really, when I sat there and looked, see, my mom never owned a home, my grandmother did.
Hmm.
And when I looked at that, then I started getting all these letters in the mail with these new credit card offers and all this other stuff. And that's why I realized home ownership is power.
Yes.
See, I'm an owner, I'm
Yeah.
no longer a renter. I'm
Hmm.
no longer paying their mortgage. I'm paying my own. And as
Yes.
I pay my mortgage and that mortgage balance goes down, that's equity in that house that I can use to do other things.
Ooh, that's good. That's good. That's good.
So my home became my real first investment.
I love that.
hmm So, and then it became, as an entrepreneur, a portion of it was tax write off.
Love that.
You understand what I'm
Love
saying? So
Absolutely.
things started to, they really just started to fall in place.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? Because I know that people like you and me, women like you and I, don't always get those breaks.
No,
And somebody tells them.
that part.
So 2000, after I closed on the house, got settled in, and mind you, I was just starting law school.
Mm.
There was no telework at that time. So I was going to office 5 days a week. My daughter was a freshman in high school. My son was a sixth grader,
Okay.
fifth grader. He was fifth
Mm-hmm.
grader when we moved there. He was in fifth grade. 5 days a week in the office, 3 days a week on campus for law school.
Wow.
You talk about cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
I know you were, but you were doing it.
Doing it, but then I thought, let me take the social media and share with other women how
Okay.
to overcome the home buying process.
Okay.
That took up a lot of my time.
Okay.
In the evening on the computer sharing in my own Facebook group,
Mm-hmm.
just in the groove.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And guess what? In
What?
2011, I decided to get my graduate degree online. So now I'm in law school, I'm in grad school, I got
Oh,
a kid in high school, a kid in middle school, and I'm working a 9 to 5, and now I'm still doing this business, teaching other women. Baby, it was nice. I'd be sitting at that computer like this. Now, who told your crazy self to do? Oh, you
wow.
told your crazy self. But it was a method for the madness. Trust me. Let me
Okay.
tell you what the
Okay.
silver lining was. My law school was a non-traditional school.
Okay.
They didn't take student loans. You couldn't get financial aid to pay for
Mm-hmm.
so I was paying out of pocket. But my
Gosh.
graduate school did.
Mm-hmm.
So I rolled that financial aid refund and paid for law school.
I love it. I
So
love it.
in 2003, my son graduated middle school, my daughter
Mm-hmm.
graduated high school, and
Okay.
in October of 2013, I got my master's, and in December of 2013, I got my law degree.
Congratulations. Look at you, girl. Okay. JD in the building. Yes.
Yes. So
Okay.
some arenas I can say yes, I am Dr. Nicole Johnson.
Come
So
on, somebody. Yes. That's right.
but I continued on from 2010 to
Mm-hmm.
2017 teaching about home ownership,
Okay.
achieving the dream of home ownership. And in 2017, another entrepreneur, this is why I say keep your circle tight. Ma'am, put a price on this. Really? Ma'am, you have done the 7-year itch. And at
Okay.
the time, I had helped over 200 women
Wow.
become homeowners. Their only fee was that when I come to their town to visit, I had to have my own room in their house
Mm.
to use for free. So I got
Mm.
rooms all across the US of A.
Okay. I see you. So you
I
were,
got, look, so somebody said you was Airbnb and before Airbnb became
yeah,
a
before it was
thing.
a thing. So listen, let me ask you this then. So in all of that, you were building your business. Was it so from and I'm listening to what you're saying. You didn't wake up one morning and were just like, I'm going to turn this into a business. You were like, I want to help people. I want to help people and show people exactly what I know about how to do XYZ. And somebody said, no, ma'am, not without putting a price on it. Is that right?
7 years later. So
7 years
I
later.
took my passion to share it because it was a gift.
Mm-hmm.
Like I sought out different processes, different programs,
Okay.
and I went to one agency. They said, "Well, we don't work with this agency," and that agency said, "Well, we don't work with it." And I sat in the middle. And said, why not?
Mm.
Oh well, nobody ever asked. We just tell them we don't. I said, "Well, I'm asking." I
Right.
raise my hand because I need to know why the two of you can't work together. And if you
Mm-hmm.
need a beta tester, boo, here I am. Here I go.
Okay.
Okay. And so
Okay.
I pulled this one together and pulled that one together and pulled
Yeah.
this one together. I was like, a number God.
Okay.
Because
I love it.
time that I was waiting for all these programs to start work together, the house I had selected went under contract 5 times.
Mm.
And by the third time, the seller's realtor called my realtor and said, I think this is your client's home. because we done lost the third one. Then the
Wow.
fourth one, and all four of them, the financing fell through. The fifth one, she pulled out at the last minute.
Get out of here.
That's my house. That's why.
Okay.
For
I
me.
love it. I love it.
So when she tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Let's put a
Mm-hmm.
price on this," I got a lot of kickback
Mm-hmm.
because I had trained them to expect free from me. Yes, I had trained them. So
So what
now
happened to your clientele?
it shifted. They
Okay. Okay.
they had
Okay.
a mass exodus.
Mm.
Okay, they had a mass exodus, but those who saw the value and what I was teaching
Mm-hmm.
forward. The group came down from about 8 to 5,000 people.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
but I had a nice round of people who still kept going.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So over the years, as I've restructured my mindset, I've had to shift the environment of my community.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
today, it's like as a coach, I have grown, and then grown some more. And I'm
Okay.
still growing, and growing some more. And the caliber of the people, they're like, I know I need her.
Right.
So, Nicole, I don't see where the money is to come into your session. So can we have a call so you can show me? Because I need it. You know why? Because this time last year and the year before and the year before that, I was hearing the same thing from you and I've made
Mm.
no progress.
Get
And I
out of
can afford to be in the same place next year because now my fifth grader is an eighth grader, or my
mm.
eighth grader is now a junior in high school, and
Okay.
I'm looking at different circumstances. Or my mother, who was healthy, is now ill, or I
Mm-hmm.
was healthy and I'm now ill,
Mm-hmm.
or I've lost my spouse. So I've got less income coming in my household, and I need to figure out something else to do because if I don't, I don't know how I'm going to make it.
Wow.
So, sometimes things had to shake up for them to understand that the path that they were on, they
Mm-hmm.
needed to make a detour.
Okay.
Otherwise, the destination that they were headed for was not the one they want.
Mm.
The one they
Okay.
want. So, today, I look at now. Let me tell you about 21
Okay.
because I want people to understand entrepreneurship ain't, it is not all golden roses and sunshine. Because even as an entrepreneur, I still work a 9 to 5.
Yes.
As they say, I got a good government job.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
What they
I
say,
don't blame you.
help.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
right now, as an entrepreneur, I look at it, and I had another word for it, and I was told I couldn't say that anymore. So we're not gonna delve into what that is. I'm gonna tell you what it is. It is the fifth. It is my the PIF, my personal investment fund.
Okay.
My job that keeps me just over broke
Mm.
funds my business that
Yeah.
affords me the lifestyle that I want.
I love it. And you
Okay.
call it the PIF.
The PIF, my personal investment
Got it.
fund.
Okay.
Okay. And
Okay.
so when when I get to the point, I have to tell them, listen, I need a couple of days off. Well, we have to look at the schedule. I used to be like, you're not going to dictate my time. Now I go look at my business and be like, oh, okay, just let me know. Because my business,
Right. Yes. Yes.
when I first started working for the government, it would be some people that be like, girl, I got 35 years. I just want her to say one thing before I get a hold of her. By the time I finish signing the paperwork, I'll be at the house. Before
That
they
part.
bring me up, I'll be at the house. And
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand that. But now as I look at my business and what it affords me to do,
Yeah.
see, it's
Yeah.
not my years with the agency.
Yeah.
It's my time in my business.
Come
And I'm
on.
like, oh, okay.
Right. Because you're truly unbothered. Because at the end of the day, what I'm hearing you say is yes, you're unbothered
Unbothered.
because you know what this model is doing for you. Your PIF, which I absolutely love. I'm going to start using that. Your PIF is literally fueling what you need. And so what I'm hearing you say, and this is something that I think the audience really needs to understand, because a lot of people, and it's so funny. Let me just bring this up really quick. I'm in another group of business owners, and it's literally a group of people that do a lot of sales and things like that. And so I'm in there, I read a lot. I'm learning a lot about sales and things like that, because I know it's one of the things that I am not really strong at, but that's a whole different conversation for another day. Now, someone was in there and saying, I've been marketing and marketing and marketing and marketing and marketing, and nothing is coming down the pipe. I've been doing this for a year and I haven't made one sale, and I really need to do X, Y, Z. And in my mind, I thought, well, baby, where's your, as you called it, where's your PIF? What you been living on for the past year? You've been doing something. And so ultimately what I'm hearing you say is even though you may have a passion or a drive, or it was your calling, like Dr. Michelle said during her interview, and you say to yourself that this is what I want to do, what I'm really hearing you say is if it is, and you really need to find the funding for that, you definitely do need a PIF or a sugar daddy. One of the two.
One of the two. And
One
I'm
of the
too old for the second one.
Right.
I don't have
Yeah.
any. But you
Yeah.
know, it's a matter of focus, right?
Yeah.
So some of us are more educated, more experienced than the people
Yeah.
that are managing us. Some of us are working for people who think that the PIF is theirs,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
They function
Yes.
like their own personal playground, and they don't do things fairly. And
Mm-hmm.
so in 2020, right at the height of the pandemic,
Yeah.
I had a health challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I'm
Okay.
gonna tell you, Paulette, this shirt say I ain't ate for everybody. I'm
Right.
real special. I'm born on the 4th of July. There's definitely something
Okay.
special about me. Okay.
Okay.
But in my health, it went too far to the left special.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
tell you, this is something that somebody else may be experiencing. Of course, I found a lump in my breast.
Okay.
And so, of course, at first I was not very concerned. I'm like, because it's movable. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I ain't that concerned. But once I got to the doctor and we went for an ultrasound of the breast and a mammogram, and anytime the radiologist actually comes in the room with you, you get concerned. So when
Uh-oh.
this nice little old lady with her little lab coat came in, hi, Miss Johnson, I'm Dr. So-and-so from radio. What you doing in here, ma'am?
Right. Right.
She says, well, we looked and we're not really sure what we're looking at. Well, if you don't know, so right then and there, she said, we need to do a biopsy.
Mm.
Now, like, I don't have time to go home and process this. She said, no,
Right.
right now. So the waterfall started. And she wasn't paying attention. Her and the nurse were just talking. It was just falling. I'm like, biopsy, that's the C
That's
word.
serious. Yeah.
So they turned around like, oh, wait, what's wrong? I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that we missed this part. So
Mm-hmm.
we do the biopsy. We get the results back. They still don't know what they're looking at.
Mm.
Okay. So now my doctor tells me, well, there's a symposium here at the hospital. All the radiologists come together once a month. And so she called me and said, listen, one of the radiologists identified it and we need to send it over to oncology.
Mm.
Here we go with that. So now we're in that. That started in about April. Now by August, we're talking surgery.
Mm.
So September, we have surgery. We remove the mass, not the breast,
Okay.
just the mass. And the oncologist sees the slides and he has a diagnosis, but he wants to wait until my follow-up. So
Okay.
I follow up, and he tells me the name. I'm like, who? Such a rare disease that they're only at that time, in 2020, there were about 1,500 diagnosed cases worldwide.
Really?
It became a study for the Mayo Clinic and the
Mm.
process that he did.
Okay.
And in December, I go back for another follow-up, and here come this radiologist again. ma'am, did you just come to say hi? Because we don't
Right,
want to
right.
do this again. Don't you come up in
Okay,
my room no more.
okay,
She
okay.
said, well, Miss Johnson, I don't know if this is growth or if this is something that the surgeon missed. I said, well, send it back to the oncologist and he'll tell you. And he did. In January, he said it's growth. So even
Mm,
with the surgery that we removed, we got growth.
mm,
That was when my world started to crumble, crack.
mm,
It didn't,
mm.
it just
Okay,
cracked. So
okay,
now I need to take this medicine because what I have is a condition called Rose Dorfman.
okay.
My body overproduces white blood cells
Mm-hmm.
and they clump in the breast. When he
Got it.
told me that, I said, it's a man's disease, ain't it?
Wow. Okay.
But the truth is, it's named after two male doctors. And
Okay.
at that time, both of them were still living.
Mm,
That's how new it was.
mm.
My doctor just, Miss Johnson, I want to do all of this, but the problem was he needed me to do a PET scan. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just claustrophobic. I'm severely claustrophobic. And after
Mm.
the third try, we finally got it right. He had put me not to sleep, but he had to give me some sleepation.
Right. To get you the help to okay, okay, okay.
So we get in there and we find out I have a mutated gene.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm real different. I'm like, do I belong to the Ninja Turtle family now? I mean, what's going on?
Right. Right, right, right.
So now, mind you, this is wearing on my psychology, my psyche, the
Yes, of course
psychology.
it is. Of course.
Okay. Now, remember that people who use the government as their own personal playground? I worked
Mm-hmm.
with one of them.
Mm.
Or I needed to now, hey, I need to take off. The medicine calls, they gave me the medicine that they give to melanoma patients.
Okay.
My scalp was burning.
Mm.
Face was burning. I looked like a 12-year-old boy in puberty.
Oh my.
My bumps had bumps on my face. They
Yeah.
didn't stop here. They was all down here, and then
Mm.
they went down in the valley
Oh my. Ooh.
to the point that
Oh.
I went to the doctor like this, and I said, I'm gonna leave her here with you until y'all figure out what's going
What's
on
going
with
on?
her,
Right, 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 right.
cause
Okay.
your girl can't handle it.
Okay.
So it was a lot more tests, a lot more blood draws,
Mm-hmm.
just the whole emotional and mental health aspect.
Okay.
And I'm dealing with a fool for a supervisor.
Mm.
So the two of them together caused me to disappear in 2021.
Got it.
Business, from my family, my friends, the whole gamut,
Mm-hmm.
right? To the point I was having nightmares.
Okay.
Okay. I thought someone was breaking in my home. And I had a friend reach out to me because I'm always there. I'm fine. I'm that woman that's holding it together. No matter,
Yes.
it could be falling down behind me. How are you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
fine.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So she called me. She said, how you doing? I said, I'm good. I
Mm-hmm.
said, well, how are you? She said, oh no, ma'am, this call is about you. So I started telling her, and she said, well, Nicole, I think this is a figurative dream. The house represents your soul,
Mm-hmm.
and the burglar that you're dreaming about is your supervisor,
Mm.
and you're giving it too much attention.
Wow.
Back to what you love and see what happened. And that was I'm coming out at the
Okay.
2021
Yeah.
back to my community. And
I,
as I did that, the dreams disappeared, but now
mm.
I rebuild my community all over again. And they were waiting. I made one post that said, I'm sorry I've been gone, but I'm back. And when I tell you, it was just with open
Yeah.
arms, you
Mm-hmm.
know, they knew I had poured into them. And at some point, I had to step away to take care
Yeah.
of myself. And
Absolutely.
so now the focus has come back, the dedication is there. Um, And just seeing them rally. Hey, well, when you last left, we was working on this. Can we pick back up? Because I ain't
Right.
done nothing, you know. So
Wow.
that is why I say keep your tight circle.
Yes.
If you consistently do what you're supposed to do for your community and the people who follow you, they'll understand that when life happens for you, the same way it happens for them, baby, when you come back stronger, and they're
Yeah.
right there with you. They riding with you. So it has been a journey. And that's why I say entrepreneurship is not for the faint at heart.
No, it's
But
not.
now that I'm here and I'm recognizing, see that investment I told you about in 2009,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
baby, I took advantage of that seller's market.
Yeah.
Hold on.
She is sipping the tea, y'all. She's sipping the
I'm
tea.
flipping the tea.
Okay, okay, I love it.
That now, not only do I have a PIF, my personal
Right.
investment fund, now I also have the investment that cost me less than $2,000 out of pocket with
Mm-hmm.
$602 at the closing table with a
Yeah.
2.25% interest rate. Now
Okay.
it goes on the market for almost double what I paid for.
That's what I'm talking about. Congratulations. Congratulations.
When they rolled out that deposit at the closing table,
Mm-hmm.
it had a comma in it, and I ain't finna tell y'all it had in front of the comma.
Come on, somebody. Yes. Congratulations. And would you say that that is from the actual tips and skills that you teach your clients?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So it's not, and in addition to that, with that, I had to understand. See, people don't understand how the interest rate impacts the overall loan. So I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
just share that with them because it was
Okay.
an eye opener for me. If you take $100,000 and a 5% interest rate and an 8% interest rate and a 2.25% interest rate, and
Mm-hmm.
you multiply that over the life of a 30-year loan, look at the difference in the amounts that you would pay back.
Mm.
8%, that 5%, and that 2.25% interest rate. When
Mm-hmm.
I when we paid the bank, we were almost just at 100 grand.
Wow.
So if I sold my house for almost double what I paid for it,
Mm-hmm.
outside of the little bitty expenses that was on that sheet,
Mm-hmm.
my money.
That was
That
yours.
was my money. And when you think about what I spent over the years in a
Yeah.
mortgage, the interest, the taxes, your girl was fluffier than when she started.
You know what? She said, I can't. I can't. But you came out on top and you came out winning. And so now, as a coach, as a financial strategist, for those who are not aware, and if you're just now joining us, once again, you're listening to KCCR Radio, the Brownstone Center. We are with Miss Nicole Johnson, the Nicole Johnson. And you actually, two things. One, you have a challenge that is coming up. That's one. Number two, um, you have, for me, the energy, the level, the drive as a Black business owner that I think I don't see often in other Black business owners, right? So let me put this in perspective, because it was something that I've kind of noticed that we do is we start to go down the entrepreneurial journey. Most of us, we lose our humor, we lose our smile, we lose our drive to be excited about what we do. And I don't see that in you. I see somebody who is excited to share the knowledge that you have with your clientele, with your fan base, with the people that are beginning to follow you. And you represent your brand. So let's talk about this really quick. One of the things that I always like to ask anyone that we're interviewing is, as a Black business owner, do you believe that it is ultimately one of the biggest sins not to have the proper demeanor for your clientele? I just think that as a Black business owner, we have to give 150%, sometimes 200% for us to be palatable and to even be acknowledged as someone who is knowledgeable and an expert in their field. But if I'm giving you my money and I'm expecting a service from you, I should not have to take your Black attitude. Can you expound on that? And I'm
Ah,
just keeping it 100. I'm just
that is
keeping it real.
110. So, and you're 100% correct.
Yeah.
Um, as a business owner,
Mm-hmm.
especially as a solopreneur, I have a team, but
Hmm.
it's me. I'm the face. I'm the brand.
Yeah.
I can't give you Paulette. Well, if it was just a bad day for her, and so you'll just have to excuse that, baby. What?
Right.
I don't pay for bad customer service. Let's start with that. Whether it's in Target,
Yeah.
well, let me skip Walmart. Uh, when I
Wow.
shop at
Okay.
Target,
Yeah.
it's an experience. When I go
Yeah.
to Publix, it's an experience. And if
Mm.
that experience does not live up to what I'm used to, I'm telling somebody.
Right.
As a business owner, because it's mine,
Hmm.
I go further than that because it's mine.
Right.
I
Right.
want my baby to always be the best representation of excellence that can be provided. So, yes, and I won't say the customer is always right because
Right.
they're
You're
not.
not.
However, there is a way to provide good customer service and
Hmm.
still let them know. But
Right.
is my service that I'm providing for you effective, efficient? Did I live up to what I promised you? Then yes. But my attitude, girl, I don't care. I hang that attitude at home. And,
Right.
and it only have a small space there because I
Hmm.
don't mess there either. So
Mm-mm.
in my business, I don't have room for an attitude,
Yeah.
not one of negativity.
Right.
If I have to, let's say I have to discontinue service with a client, I'm still going to give them a referral to possibly someone else that can assist them because the problem still exists. It is
Ah.
up to them to take the steps to go to someone else. But my attitude should not show up
Yeah.
in my business, even when
Agreed.
their attitude shows up in my business.
Come on.
Okay,
That
because
part.
there are people that come to Black business owners and they already got an attitude.
Hmm.
What did Shirt say? I ain't for
I
everybody.
ain't for everybody.
All
Come on,
money is not
somebody.
good money. So
That's right.
sometimes I've had to say, after an assessment and a meeting of the minds, unfortunately I will not be able to provide service with you, for you,
Hmm.
but thank you for considering me for this opportunity to assist you. Here's some tips that can help you on your journey, and
Hmm.
here's some other companies that might be able to assist you. Now
Love
mind you, I call them companies and say, hey,
so and so and
this is
so.
just my assessment. You may
Hmm.
be able to help him or her, but this
Hmm.
is my assessment, and here's why I was not able to. You take them on if you want, if you're interested. But no, my attitude cannot show up in my business. But don't get it twisted.
Okay.
Homegirl ain't no mad.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
We,
that
we,
part.
we have mastered nice, nasty goodbye.
Yes.
And that's it. That's how I'm gonna keep my demeanor. But
Yeah.
it is it's unfortunate to an extent that we have to go these extra 22 miles
Yeah.
to be equivalent to non-Black business owners.
Yeah.
However, I'm proactive in a
Yeah.
lot of things,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
I'm also a reflective person.
Yeah.
What you put out,
Is what you get back.
hello.
All right. All right. So listen, really quick, once again, you are currently listening to Brownstone's Best. You're watching Brownstone's Best if you are watching us on YouTube and on Anchor. Listen, you guys, this is KCCR Radio, the Brownstone Center. You are currently in the presence of the Nicole Johnson, and we are here with Brownstone's Best for August, Black Business Month. And I'm really excited. What I want to do before we wrap this up, because I know we both have something that I know that we're getting ready to attend. So I want to make sure that we do that. This has been amazing, but I want to definitely share with our audience your upcoming challenge, Reposition Your Purpose, or rather, Reposition Your Purse 5-day challenge. Take the pressure off your purse to budget like a boss. And it actually starts on August 15th, and it's a 5-day challenge, so it ends on August 19th. If you want to be a part of that, I would encourage you to head over to yourpowerofthepurse.com. Kickoff actually starts on August 14th, so you're gonna probably get like a nice little webinar, an opportunity to meet Miss the Nicole Johnson in person via live stream, and just learn what you need to learn so that you can get ahead of your resources and your finances. So I just wanted to make sure that everyone in the audience was fully aware of what was coming down the pipe for you and your business. And here's something else that I want to just try to make sure that we also understand really quick. What I want to do is introduce you guys to the Black Card. Yes. Folks, it is an exclusive membership built just for the culture, and you can get it by being a part of Brownstone's Best. Go ahead on Facebook. The link to the Black Card is actually there for you, and also on the Brownstone Center. We're going to be providing you with more information about that, and we're going to be bringing the founder of the Black Card to Brownstone's Best, so you guys can meet with him and his beautiful wife as they teach you guys how we can enjoy premium services and experiences, all while shopping and saving money at the same time. I don't know about you guys, but I am already a member of the Black Card, and I'm going to be sharing how I am able to take advantage of all of the great sales and services that are a part of that. So keep it locked right here to KCCR Radio for more information on how that's going to flow. And so I'm going to go ahead and drop that back down. You guys, any final words for our audience, Miss Johnson? Anything that you want to leave with them in terms of your business, where they can find you, what they can expect if they're joining your Facebook group? How can they connect with you?
Okay, thank you so much, Paulette. Across TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, I am at the Nicole Y as in yellow Johnson.
Okay.
Those platforms. If they search Facebook for groups, they can search for the Power of Your Purse group.
Okay.
And what I will leave them with, especially listen, let me address the guys.
Okay.
You got the guys out there. Let me address them. This is not just about the power of the purse. We do talk about the wallet too. Okay. They impact the purse as a family. And I look forward to talking to especially couples about how money impacts the marriage. It impacts the household. Couples and how they manage their money together, and sometimes not so together. So they can find me on those platforms. As far as last words, ladies, too many times we're wearing so many hats that we don't take care of the things that we need to because they're working. I want you to stop functioning in your dysfunction.
Oh, that's deep. Oh, that's good. That's a whole nother show. What?
Stop functioning in your dysfunction.
Wow.
And just because it's working doesn't mean it's the best way. And my goal is to help you maximize the power of your purse. And somebody might be wondering, what does that have to do with it? I said, listen, if we all collectively as women stop shopping on Amazon, what would happen? Amazon had to shut down. They had to close down. Your purse, everywhere you take it, is something important in it. You will fight somebody for it. Understand? You can't get the house without it. You can't get out the car without it. Your purse impacts the household, which impacts the community, which impacts the world. And when we control that with better habits, less fear.
Yeah.
Less fear. You start making some moves that you get to get some shaking going on. Okay?
Yeah, honey. Yeah.
That is my goal for you. If you look for the Power of Your Purse on Facebook, that is my community group. And that is where we start, and then that will lead you to the challenge once you get registered. A week from today on Sunday night at 7 p.m. is the actual kickoff.
Love it.
I should see my personality by now, but we're going to get behind closed doors in Zoom. We're going
to I love it. Come on, somebody, yes.
We're going to set up the stage for the rest of the week. And sis Liz, it's so, listen to this. It is so important for me to help you do this because some of you are so afraid to tell somebody else that you're struggling with your money.
Come on.
I filed bankruptcy twice. It
Mm-hmm.
was a need both times.
Yeah, yeah.
If, if I don't tell you my journey of that, I'm gonna hear about you from the bankruptcy statistics. Somebody gonna come and say, "Girl, my cousin, my sister, my friend."
Yes, yes, absolutely.
So I want to help you avoid those traps. And as
Mm,
you guys are looking to become homeowners, I want to tell you, don't be afraid of what's going on in the market.
that's
And I
right.
want to show you what to do while you wait for the market to turn. So
Mm-hmm.
Paulette, I just, if nothing, if they didn't hear anything, I know they heard a bunch of stuff, but if they
Yes.
didn't hear anything else, stop functioning in
Yeah.
your dysfunction and get some help. Let me help you.
There you go. Well, you guys, you heard it first from the Nicole Johnson of yourpowerofyourpurse.com. You guys, once again, we want to thank you so much for listening in to Brownstone's Best for August. We are celebrating for the entire month of August Black businesses for Black Business Month. You guys, go ahead and join us over Brownstone's Best on Facebook and also the Brownstone Center on Facebook as well. You're going to get news and information that you can use. You're going to get sales. You're going to get posts from Nicole and from myself and from Marshall, Lanian, Cullen, DeCarlo. We got Tony in the building. All of these amazing people that are part of the Brownstone family. If we don't have anything else, guys, go ahead and take a listen to KCCR, thebrownstone.com when you have an opportunity and listen in. Sundays and Saturdays are all about cleaning the house and getting your praise on, praise and worship with the Sunday brunch. And also throughout the week, we have the day shift and tips, topics, and talk. Cullen's Corner, DeCarlo Collins, Ear Hustling Radio, and a myriad of other shows and great music that you can listen to either on your iPhone, your Android, or in your smart car. You can find us on Google Play and also Amazon Alexa by just saying, Alexa, play Brownstone Worldwide. You guys, it's been real. We're going to see you on the next edition of Brownstone's Best with me, your host, your girl Paulette. Thank you so much. Go ahead and check out Ms. Nicole Johnson at yourpowerofyourpurse.com. We will see you on the next edition of Brownstone's Best. Take care.